Ah, you couldn't resist. You just had to come back and see the rest of it. We're inside the Browning Museum, which the Army has several museums devoted to the various branches. For example, our armor museums at Fort Knox, artillery museums probably at Fort Sill. Most divisions have their own museums. And this is the Small Arms Museum named for John Browning. Those of you who are familiar with weapons probably heard of the Browning automatic rifle. Well, that was him, and I believe he did a lot of work down here. We're looking at a model of the original fort here, Fort Armstrong. Pretty basic frontier post. It was built out on the island in the middle of the Mississippi. It was in use from around the War of 1812 till about 1840, right around the end of the Black Hawk War, which took place here. Really wasn't a huge war as they go, just kind of a series of skirmishes. This is Colonel Davenport's house. We're across from Davenport, Iowa. It was named for him. He was one of the first people who lived on the island. Big field howitzer used by the Union during the Civil War. The metal part's original, the wood is a very nice reproduction. Fortunately, if I didn't have to build it, otherwise it wouldn't look that good. So, yeah, cannons from probably around the Spanish-American War. Small howitzer. .75mm pack howitzer, used during World War II. Used airborne divisions, mountain divisions, infantry. Easy to pack in and out of rough terrain. 106 recoilless, quite similar to what would have been on the Ontos outside. Armor kit used on Humvees. Using a lot of these obviously in Iraq. And here's our small arms, some of them. You can see it goes quite a selection of pistols here. Grenade launchers, shotguns, Tommy guns, several types of Thompson machine guns, service rifles. See MAC-10, M16, Schmeisser grease gun. Basically about anything that I think the U.S. has ever had in the arsenal, and probably a lot of the stuff our adversaries and allies have used as well. AK, Makarov pistol, Winchesters, Springfields, Krag Jorgensens, used around the turn of the 20th century. RPG, Sager missile that came off of the bump that's outside. Various incarnations of the M16. Some long arms from way back. This is a quad 50 caliber mount. Built a lot of these here. Mounted these on half tracks during World War II. And probably still be pretty potent today, actually. Banger. Found you a edged weapon. This is a cavalry saber. Bayonets. Again, going through the long arms from probably around the Civil War era, 1850s, 1860s, somewhere in there. M1 Duran's 50 caliber spotting rifle. hospital core. I don't know what kind of knife it is. It's a knife. Getting into more modern weapons here, bolt action stuff, early 20th century. Cavalry sabers, last ones ever made. It was right before the cavalry was abolished in the early 50s. This is the old M60 machine gun, the pimped out version, all fancy gold. Not probably the best machine gun ever made. And now we're getting into your late model stuff. Experimental, you can see M16 variants, looks like almost like FN, FAL variants, grenade launchers, bloopers, AK-47s, SKS, FNs, machine pistols, machine guns, PPSHs, Schmeissers. Pistols, looks like everything from flare pistols right on down. Looks like Nambus. I see some Nambus, Makarovs, just all kinds of stuff. Old old hand pistols from looks like about 1776. Some Mausers, or if you're familiar from Star Wars, Han Solo's pistol. And that's pretty much the collection of small arms. Got a few cannon here, various types, bronze cannon. We've got all the commanders in the arsenal here, and they go way back to 1863. And that's pretty much your basic walkthrough here. It's kind of a nice museum, fairly small. It's small arms after all, so I guess it wouldn't be all that big. And I think this will kind of conclude the rough tour of the place. Over there, that's the souvenir shop, and no, none of you are getting a t-shirt. So, well, thanks for watching part 2 of this. We'll catch you later. Ciao.